Alright guys, time for the weekly roundup. This should have been done on Tuesday, but I forgot about it, and now I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now. So this is the weekly roundup for Week 10 of the NFL season. Tomorrow I will do the injury reports, or probably Friday I'll do the injury reports. I do apologize for not getting one of those out. Actually, I do need to do the injury report for the Thursday night game at some point today. So anyways, let's get to it. First off, the last week's Thursday night game, the kickoff for Thursday Night Football on NFL Network, the Atlanta Falcons defeating the Baltimore Ravens at home, 26-21. It was a very good game, a lot of back and forth going on. There was a little bit of controversy at the end when Roddy White looked like he pushed off on the defender when he was trying to catch the ball. It looked like he pushed off. But it was a no call, and you can't challenge penalties, not yet anyway, so there you go. Just a tough break for Baltimore. Both teams are great. I think if Atlanta can keep going with if they can keep doing what they do at home and lock up the number one seed, get home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and make everybody make the road to the Super Bowl go through the Georgia Dome. I think it's going to be. It's going to be good. They're going to probably be a Super Bowl contender. As of right now, they are a playoff contender, but they're not quite Super Bowl contenders yet with that suspect defense. But nonetheless, great game for both teams. Miami defeating Tennessee 29-17 at home. This game was a bit of a puzzler because it was the debut of Randy Moss, and not only that, but Randy Moss had a stinker of a debut, and Chad Henne and Chad Pennington were knocked out of the game. Pennington's done for the year, which if you didn't see what happened, Pennington actually threw his arm into the back of Jake Long, which basically fucked his arm up, and now he's done for the year, and he could possibly be done for his career because he's had so many shoulder injuries. But then Henne had a knee injury that's day-to-day and could be season-ending, but they just said it was day-to-day, so Tyler Thigpen, they actually had to go to the Wildcat in the third quarter because you can't go to your emergency third quarterback until the fourth quarter, so they went to Tyler Thigpen in the fourth, and they actually won the game, so good for them. I know Weatherman will be pleased. But anyways, New York Jets, Cleveland Browns. New York Jets go on the road and defeat Cleveland 26-20. This game was not... It wasn't as spread out as some people would think based on the team matchup, Jets versus Browns. But the Browns are a tough team to beat. They're a tough team to beat. They won't go down without a fight. They beat the Patriots and the Saints in back-to-back weeks prior to this game. Saints first, then the Patriots. And they beat the Patriots pretty good. But New York got a lucky play with a Chancey Stuckey fumble, and they were able to get the game-winning drive in overtime with Santonio Holmes getting the catch over the middle and getting the touchdown. So very good play by them. Indianapolis Colts against Cincinnati Bengals. 23-17 is your final. A bit of an uneventful game, just typical Colts versus Bengals. The Bengals just not this good. They're just not good at all this year. They tried to make it close at the end, but it didn't work. Bears beat the Vikings at home 27-13. The final. I think the Vikings season is done now. If they don't beat the Packers this week, it's definitely done. But I think now it's pretty much done. They're 3-6, and in their division you got the Packers who are 6-3, I believe, and the Bears who are 6-3. So you got two 6-3 teams. I just don't think the Vikings have to win the rest of their games to get 10 wins, which I don't think is going to happen. So safe to say their season's over, pretty much. But strange things have happened. You never know. But the NFC's stronger than most people would think. Let's see if I can get this focused. There we go. No, that's not going to work. There we go. Bills get their first win against the Lions at home, 14-12. I wanted the Bills to lose. I really wanted the Bills to lose. I wanted them to go 0-16. Oh, and fucking 16. Whatever. You get my point. I wanted them to go 0-16, and they didn't do it. I'm sad. I'm not going to talk about this game much other than the Lions fail, and Nick knows that. He's a fan of them. He lives in Detroit, so that would explain it. Buccaneers beat the Panthers at home 31-16. Yeah, not much to say on this game other than the Panthers being the Panthers and the Buccaneers being the Buccaneers this year. I don't even think I should say anything. It just wasn't that much of a game. I watched the first quarter of it, then saw they were losing in the second quarter and shut it off. Actually, I didn't even watch the game at all. I'm lying when I say that I'm actually lying when I say that I watched the game. I watched NFL Red Zone, so I didn't have to watch the game. That was good. I only watched snippets of it, which was good. So enough said on that one. Panthers are just not good at all this year. I hope they lose the rest of their games and just clean out the coaching staff. I wanted them to go 0-16, but that's not going to happen. Jaguars beat the Texans 31-24 at home. It was a hell of a finish. Final play of the game, Garrard throws it deep, about 50 yards, down to the end zone, and it gets deflected, but it falls right into the hands of Mike Thomas. And if you search around on YouTube, you should be able to find it. Just search Mike Thomas catch into YouTube, and you should be able to find the play. It should say something like Mike Thomas Hail Mary catch or whatever. And you'll hear Gus Johnson make a sound that humans should not make. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways, very good game. The Texans they started off strong this year, but they're not doing anything right now. They're 4-5, so looks like they're going to miss the playoffs again. With all sorts of promise, they're going to miss the playoffs again. Jaguars are 5-4, so we'll see what happens with them. Broncos go into Kansas, or actually, they just go into their stadium. Broncos, 49-29 at home over the Chiefs. The Chiefs are pretty strong this year, but they let a poor Broncos team go in and just shit on them. I mean, to put it bluntly, they just shit on them. They outscored them 21-0 in the first quarter, as you can see there. 21-0 in the first quarter. And that they pretty much just shit on them. So, I mean, what are you going to do? But Broncos still I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year, especially with that strong AFC. Cowboys get their second win of the year. First win under the new head coach, 33-20, going into New York and taking out the Giants. I was kind of shocked at this. I really was. I wanted the Dallas Cowboys to lose badly. I wanted them to get beat really bad by the Giants. I thought the Giants were going to do that, but they didn't. That sucks. I wanted the Cowboys to go 1-15. Now they can only go 2-14. Damn it. So anyways, final 4 games here wrapping up. On the weekly roundup, we have the 49ers defeating the Rams 23-20. Troy Smith played a hell of a game. He finally showed how much promise he had. He showed all the talent that he had when he came out of Ohio State in 2007 and was drafted by the Ravens, was let go, was picked up by the 49ers. Now he showed all the talent that he had coming out of Ohio State when he won the Heisman. And I know one of my former teachers is going to be happy about that. And I think he's actually going to start next week too. So he's going to start week 11. So way to go, Troy Smith. I'll be rooting for him. I'll see if I can pick up some of his cards or something. I don't know. I don't have any of his cards, so I need to probably pick some up. Seattle Seahawks go into Arizona and defeat the Cardinals 36-18. I don't know really much to say about this game. The Cardinals suck this year. They have good talent, but they have no quarterback. I mean, they had Matt Leinart, who's gone. They have Derek Anderson, who basically got supplanted by an undrafted free agent, Max Hall. And then Max Hall got supplanted by Derek Anderson. So, I mean, I don't know what to say about that. But the Seahawks are showing some decent promise this year. They actually, I think, are leading their division. So, there you go. Patriots defeat the Steelers on Sunday Night Football 39-26. Battle of two teams that have been dominant in the AFC this decade, or last decade. Steelers won 2 Super Bowls in the last decade. Patriots have won 3, and they went to 4. The other one, of course, you all remember what happened there, 2007. Perfect season going bye-bye. But the Steelers, very good quality football team, and the Patriots did a very good job defeating the Steelers. And finally, the game that I did not expect to end in a blowout, 59-28, Eagles go into Washington and totally shit on the Redskins. I totally did not expect them to do that, but they did. They outscored the Redskins 28-0 in the first quarter, and outscored them 45-14 in the first half total. They outscored them 45-14 in the first half. That's pretty sad. Vic had a hell of a game. He had 6 total touchdowns, 2 rushing, 4 passing. He could have had more. I just didn't watch. I watched the whole game. I just lost interest halfway through when I saw the Eagles were just trying to run up the score. So if they would have scored in all 4 quarters, that would have been even more epic if they would have scored 60 points. But they didn't. So unfortunately, they didn't score 60 points, but they are showing that maybe the Giants aren't the only good team in the NFC North. Or the NFC... not NFC North, NFC West, or East. God, I don't know my divisions. NFC East. NFC West has all the sucky teams. NFC East. Maybe the Philadelphia Eagles aren't the only good team in the NFC East. Or the damn it! Okay, I'm doing this all in one take. Maybe the Giants are not the only good team in the NFC East. Maybe the Eagles need to be considered. We're not considering the Cowboys. I don't think we're going to consider the Redskins either. But maybe the Eagles need to be considered in that race in the division. So that's it. I'm sorry for all the errors. I will get the injury report out probably tomorrow before the game. And if I forget the injury report again, well, I'm sorry. That's it. Peace.